Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Shop With Me video. In this video, Erin and I went over to Wesley Chapel, Florida. We went over to their Goodwill, and we also stopped by their Salvation Army, which will be in another video. Don't mind my crazy turning and all that stuff. It kind of is what it is when you do these Shop With Me videos. But we did it really, we were in here like in and out kind of really quickly right when the store opened. I think we did good. We found a few cool things. I probably missed quite a bit of things as well, but I think we did good. I think we did okay. And that will be in an upcoming haul video, so I hope you guys come back to the channel and make sure you check that out. But for now, let's see what I found. So you know I was attracted to this little piece of art glass. That is like a little kerosene type candle. You know, some people don't use them as candles. Some people actually put like oils in them because the oil won't like cut through the glass, and they use the wick like almost like an incense thing. This was neat, that little pink candle holder, but it didn't have a pair, so I left it behind. This I ended up getting. I loved this clear box. It's probably EAPG. I'm not like super up to date, like, or familiar, I should say, with all the patterns and all that kind of stuff, because there is a ton of that kind of glass. But I always check the clear glass. Well, not always. I can pretty much get lucky in the clear glass because it's overlooked a lot. This was interesting, this little basket, how it was weaved, or how, whatever you would like to call that, but a lot of the little bits were broken right there, so I ended up leaving that. I was just curious of the pattern. I kind of looked at it and I was like, yeah, I don't want to ship that. I'm a glutton for punishment. I see things and I'm like, why did I buy you, Alex? Because I have to try and like make a Frankenbox and try and ship it. But I'm getting pretty good at it. That was a really pretty piece of purple, like sun purple glass, but it had a giant crack down the side. I don't know. I really like those pieces. There's a chemical in them that makes them turn like a purpley shade when they've been in the sun for a really long time. They tend to do that with the bottles that we dig up out of the ground when we go metal detecting. If you're lucky enough to find any bottles, it's not really a huge thing here in Florida unless you're digging in like some privy that you know of, or someone's buried trash pile type of thing. So it's not, we can't just go to like a creek and find a bunch of bottles thrown around. So anyways, it's not a metal detecting video, but I just love sun purple glass, and I like finding it because I don't really find it naturally. But anyways, what else do we have over here? I always pick up, when I see like clear and frosted glass, I always pick it up to look at it because I constantly look for that Lalique glass, and I've only ever found it in the antique store. I've never seen it like in the wild. So I always look. These are Currier and Ives plates. They're the Four Seasons. I grabbed them. My hands were full, so I grabbed them and I had the camera in the other hand. And I think I picked up one other item, and then Erin walked around with a cart. I set everything down, right? There's the cart. I set everything down, and I forgot to look at the plates, like to make sure they were okay. He found some uranium glass tumblers. Very cool. He was happy about that. But I forgot to see if it was okay, and a couple of them underneath had chips on the undersides of them. I mean, it's not too horrible because they're about $1.18 a piece, but still, I was like, would I have really gotten you had I seen that? I don't know. So I'm kind of out of frame here, but this was kind of funny. Erin and I were on opposite sides of the aisle, and we both picked up these glass turkeys. It turns out they were salt and pepper shakers. I didn't end up getting them, but we did put them together on the shelf so that the next person that found them together and found their mate, because so many times I'm looking for a mate to something. Once in a while I will find it on another aisle. It's misplaced or whatever had happened. Most of the times I don't, but in this instance we put them together. Let's see what else I found. What do we have down here? This was such a quick trip that we took. There's some of those, the birth year girls. I don't really tend to pick those up. They sell if you can get them cheap enough. Like if you went to a yard sale and picked those birth year girls up for like 50 cents or $1, then, okay, grab them. But some places, like I went to an antique store today that wanted $35 a girl, and I cannot touch that. Not with like a 50-foot pole can I touch that. Not even close. Not for reselling. Nope. I picked this up last time. It's an enamel piece, but it's broken. This is really cool. This, I think, is another one of those oil lamps without the wick. It's a piece of iridescent art glass, and it is signed on the bottom. And that's what made me want to grab it. Like, you don't have to. You can use that for whatever, to like hold your incense, or just put it on your shelf as a little statement piece. But because it was art glass and it was signed, it was $1.18. I thought I'd give it a try. Crackle glass. Always attracted to crackle glass. What else do we have? You gotta like move things to the side, up and down, around. Stuff's everywhere. These were cute. In a couple years, this village will be vintage. This was a bunny village. There was a lot of pieces to this. And it's one of those things that you would have to sit and inspect closely, because they've got so much going on and there's so many of them, to make sure like ears aren't broken and stuff. With my luck, it would be broken. They did have a bag of them on the bottom shelf here that I pick up. It was like $4 or something. I think it was like $3.98, I think. But I noticed that, again, the bunnies, like I was saying, had broken ears. Check this out to see if it was a little handbag, but it almost reminds me of like a Big Lots item or something like that would have been in their home furnishing decor section, I just noticed that bunny back there. That was kind of cool. I like the colors with the brass, like paired with it. It looks kind of neat. All right, Alex, what else did you find in this store? All right, so above this shelf right here are these lovely blue penguins. Now, these are sold in IKEA, but they're by a designer. I want to say her name was Katrina, like Praditis or something like that. So she's a designer, kind of like what Target does. They bring in fashion designers and things like that, and they have lines especially for their store. That's what she did, but for IKEA. They sell for about $30 to $35. There is another penguin that goes with them, but I only found the two. It's kind of like mama, daddy, baby type thing. I only found the two. They were pretty fairly priced. I want to say $6.98 or something like that. So not too bad. The bigger one was actually more expensive, but it was like way more expensive. So I got the cashier to give me both of them for $6.98, like an even swap. So I think I did pretty good. This, I was showing Aaron this cabinet. The serpentine front of this reminds me of it being like very like 1930s to 40s, but the back cut out like that, I don't know if that was original. I was showing him that the hardware on how the doors closed was an older hardware. Then we have some nice fancy gold chairs. Doesn't everybody want some gold chairs? And right next to them were there's these fabulous gray chairs. But the lady that I was talking to said they were horribly uncomfortable. but they were very fairly priced. That is one thing I would say about Goodwill, is that their furniture is priced to go. So we didn't end up getting them, but I did have to admire them and test them out. Alright guys, so I'm just going to pop on here and say my goodbyes. There is still a minute or two left in this video, so feel free to keep on watching. But I just want to pop on here and remind you guys that on Sundays we have live sales here on the channel. My husband and I host them. They're really fun. We show a lot of the things that you find here in the Shop With Me videos or in the haul videos. I also am with a couple other really awesome people on Tuesdays in the afternoons at 1 o'clock p.m. We kind of swap around from everyone's channels, but we post information about that, so you'll be able to find out when and where that is. Also, don't forget to go follow us over on Instagram, because we would love to have new friends over there. And if you could, before you leave, make sure you click the bell and make sure you leave me a little heart or something in the comment section down below, because comments always help us out. Thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.